Good morning, champs. Today we explain the deformation principle using the function 1 over z. First, why 1 over z? Because this function is defined everywhere except at z equals 0. So 0 is the bad point or singularity. That means we may deform curves freely, but we are not allowed to cross 0. Now we define two curves. The first curve is gamma 0 of t equals 1 plus 2 times e to the I t. This is a circle with center 1 and radius 2. The second curve is gamma 1 of t equals e to the I t. This is the unit circle centered at 0. Both curves go around the singularity at 0. Our goal is to show that the integral of 1 over z along the first curve equals the integral of 1 over z along the second curve. Instead of computing both integrals, we show that one curve can be smoothly deformed into the other. For this, we use the deformation h of s and t equals 1 minus s plus 2 minus s times e to the I t. This formula has two variables. The variable t moves along one curve. The variable s changes the curve itself. So s is like the time in a movie. Now let's check what this formula does. If s equals 0, we get 1 plus 2 e to the I t. That is exactly the first curve. So at s equals 0, we have the big circle. If s equals 1, we get e to the I t. That is exactly the second curve. So at s equals 1, we have the small circle. Now look at what happens in between. If s equals 1 half, we get 1 half plus 3 halves e to the I t. So the circle now has center 1 half and radius 3 halves. That means the circle moved left and became smaller. So the deformation is a smooth movie from the big circle to the small circle. Now comes the important connection to 1 over z. The function 1 over z is not defined at 0. So during the whole deformation, we must not cross 0. And in this example, we do not cross 0. Therefore, the deformation is valid. So the two integrals are equal. The exact shape of the curve does not matter. What matters is how the curve interacts with the singularity. A good intuition is a rubber band and a nail. The curve is the rubber band. The singularity is the nail. You can move the rubber band freely, but you cannot pull it through the nail.